First of all,
Let's
let's define.
My best is actually in US now.
Let's redefine.
She's not in
smart.
You know
Nigeria.
that's how
She didn't go through Nigeria.
That guy will scam all these people over the world. He knows smart. Smart to which one? Righteous or righteous?
Remember when your guy said, if you take Nigerians out of NHS will not exist anymore. They now brought out the numbers. Wow, like how many
44,000.
What you guys did is smart now. It's
Smart
like,
to which side?
smart
now. Now we dey talk.
It doesn't have sense.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Boys and girls.
Boys and girls. I know you can see the smile on my face. You know, this is the smile of a champion, you know. When you've been dragged all season, but you rise like what was that thing? A phoenix.
Last episode, you are not talking. No.
They were dragging me. They were
Nobody
telling
dragged
me,
you.
your club this one.
You are
United
showing-
fans are this. United fans are this. One cool Saturday afternoon, I didn't even know there was a match going on. I just let me turn on my
You have
TV.
been
I just saw my
planning
boys
your
carrying trophy. It was even some people that texted me. I didn't even know that anything was going on.
Yeah,
They
shameless.
knew.
So you can release someone.
They know me to drag them.
You can believe someone.
I didn't call names.
Waiting they go now, they more important than waiting they talk.
I didn't call names. I just see some people.
I can't believe that you're
Somebody,
here
I just
talking
saw a
about
message
FA
from
Cup.
I said what happened. I just see congrats. I said why they congratulate me now. I said we seen the apple for years. I said it's what we do. So I think I want to demand an apology for all the insults all through the season. You went trophyless. Admit that you went trophyless. First things first. Did you go trophyless this season?
Arsenal.
Arsenal went trophyless. You know, Arsenal, Chelsea, all those people beneath me. You know, they
Having
finished
a
above me in the
trophy
league.
doesn't make you a winner.
I hear this.
Wait. If he doesn't, what does? What does?
I said, I wanted to associate with that. I talked about the backlash. I nearly associated you have sense.
How you say
When I
so?
said no.
It's about the content of your heart. That makes you a winner.
You ruined the moment. You ruined the moment. But yes, I had a very interesting weekend. Oh, I didn't even introduce the podcast. Welcome to Japa Chronicles podcast. The podcast for a winner. Some people, I don't know, maybe now winners shot the tell because no winning for them this season. Basketball team, but football team, but all team when they watch. But
But the women, we
This
won.
will get one. Yes! Thank you! Thank you, Emma Hayes!
Let's be serious.
Can you
name- Can you
Are you
name?
saying that women are
Wait,
serious?
now, let's name the starting 11 women team. You cannot now. So what are we talking of here? You cannot name the starting. You
Yeah.
cannot.
It's
Only Emma Hayes, you know.
He wants to
no,
name. He wants
hold
to
on.
name.
I want to ask a question. If I name 11, no salary this month.
No, I'm not doing that.
For him, you mean
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Nah, stop it. I mean,
We're
this
not
trick.
doing that. We're not doing that.
Frank Kirby.
The
Laura
main team that you
James.
support, where are they? No
Coach
trophy.
Bet.
3 seasons in a row. 3 seasons. Yeah, it's making it. We're rebuilding. 3 seasons they're rebuilding.
Before we publish this episode, I'm going to bring in how you were in the last episode and put the two together.
All things that passed away.
All
All things that passed away. They say joy comes when.
Last episode, you were so cold,
They
like
said-
cold water.
Hey.
Today, see the way you
They say joy.
Remember you've been excited.
They say joy comes when.
In the morning.
Sorrow
night.
comes when.
In the night.
Thank you. What are we in the morning? My boy, they're already telling me that you can't beat Man City. Nothing. We did this.
The arrogance of Man U fans, right? Because
Arrogance. Was I not humble in the last episode?
even when you support them, right? When you support them, they can't just accept
Why do you support me?
anything but Pep. Hashtag anything but Pep.
Okay.
Exactly.
But you should have beaten him when you had the chance, so you will meet me. You understand? You don't
Unfortunately,
like
my
Pep.
team was going through something that
You know,
time
that was one of your best
he had
periods of
he had
season.
struggled to beat us. But for some reason, no, we got injured. We got some injuries at Arsenal, Manchester City period, and we lost to both of them like 8
But
combined.
after then, you
goals,
were
man.
winning.
And after that,
we
we're
4-0,
winning.
5-0.
If we had known Enzo would not have played, maybe we would have beaten there because since Enzo come out now,
Explanation.
and now they brought another
Listen,
Enzo. for us.
listen, they now fired our coach. You know incompetent club.
How many minutes do you guys still need for the football?
If you're a winner, you want the. I own the podcast.
Congratulations to
today.
Charles Leclerc on winning the Monaco GP. Team Ferrari.
Congratulations to Eric Ten Hag on winning the FA Cup. You think you know they clear another sport now.
I see.
You want to walk out, they clear another sport.
Formula One and my sport.
Anyhow,
The only
let's.
thing they do if Chelsea loses, you go
He
and
claimed
say it's
Chelsea woman.
Pascal.
He's not even that one. On the group, on our Banter Legal group, he claimed Chelsea woman. And I'm like, this cannot be my boss. You cannot stoop down to this level because your team is not performing.
What do you mean by stoop down to this
Are they not
level?
the same club?
Isaac,
women
what
are
do you
the
mean
same.
by that?
May women, may the
If
gender
you miss
feminist and gender
Isaac,
equality.
what
May
do
they
you mean
catch
by
you.
that? I'll be cutting this out. You explain.
Who is Nigeria's female coach?
You explain.
Super Falcons. Who is our coach? You can't.
I don't think
Even
she.
the men.
The woman you're supposed to watch, you don't know. But
Why?
you have to
Why
jump
are
on.
we supposed
be
to?
First of
watching.
all,
It's not like
let's
Let's not
Supposed
always
to.
run
Supposed
into
to be
the
watching.
fact that our women are not well funded. We don't even they don't
And the
show
men
their
are
matches.
funded.
But at least they are much better than the women, right?
I mean, apart from the men, say which other nobody's.
That's why everybody did
So
jackpot.
the news on my head since is the UK. What's the name of this? Their
He's
prime
not rich
minister.
there. No.
Sunak.
Calm down. That
They have
guy.
an election
Rishi.
coming up soon, Abi.
On my birthday.
I didn't know there
Even
was.
Canada has
there
an
was a
election,
rumor
the election
that
coming up. Yeah.
he wanted to remove postgraduate studies.
Postgraduate work.
Yeah.
See, let's just quickly get into this. I'm so sorry. I was going to forget. So I had one of my friends. I hope he doesn't see this. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about this. No, it's not. So he had to leave Canada because his work permit expired. So
Which work permit?
Canada
Work permit or postgraduate work permit? Okay.
You know, he did a 1 year course, so he only got
1 year.
1 year. Do you get? So he was trying to process his PR in that period, but he said because of the election, but he said for some reason the immigration there has become very, very, very slow,
Strict. Yeah.
strict and slow. Do you get? So and then the points thing keeps fluctuating. So he had to. His work permit expired and he had to
Leave Canada.
leave Canada. I mean, he can still be in Canada, but he cannot work in Canada. Do you get? So he had to leave there, and it was really sad. Like he was explaining all that to him. That
So where is he now?
where he won't be there before he did Nigeria now. So the thing is, when he finished his 1 year course, he was trying to do another 1 year program. So he'll get
2 years.
2 years. Do you get? But I mean, obviously that cost a lot. That will cost more money. You know, he has to pay schools and everything. So you know. When you mentioned postgraduate work permit, that just came to my mind. Like
And coincidentally, we are hosting a webinar.
Webinar.
about postgraduate work permit.
Postgraduate work
12th
permit
of
on June
June.
12th.
3 p.m.
Bro, maybe
Nigerian
maybe-
time, West African time.
Maybe, so if you're confused about postgraduate work permit and you don't want to end up like my lovely friend, you need to attend this because it's something.
I'll be
You know,
having
a lot of people-
regulated immigration.
Yeah, someone is coming from
Consultant,
here to come and discuss. Because, you know, a lot of people just think of the now of the jackpot. They don't think of like post
Post
jackpot,
study.
and that
They
is
just
very important.
that's the thing. And that's why I always say that if you don't know anything, don't use Google. You will get confused. Just speak with a
Or don't-
regulated consultant that will
Or don't
guide
talk
you.
to friends that are there.
Most
Yeah,
people
just-
will say
Just
Somebody
enter.
did it like this.
Some people will be saying
My friend,
the
my
first thing
family
is
friend,
just
my
enter.
friend's friend.
That when you enter,
Enter,
that's
yeah.
why you have so many people seeking asylum in Canada.
Let me
And
not
the
lie.
numbers
Let me
are
not
the
lie.
number of
increasing.
people coming
know.
back now,
Yeah.
like it's alarming.
Yeah.
Number of people coming
I
back.
saw some video yesterday about migrants network in Canada telling the Prime Minister to allow all illegal immigrants become permanent residents.
So that what will happen?
So as opposed to sending them back, you should make them.
When they are having their own crisis
Their own crisis, housing crisis.
with the legal
and that's
population.
the influx of politics on immigration. He may be forced to do it. He was forced to do it for the Indian guys
Yeah, with the
Okay,
who
the
admission
got
students,
problems.
yeah.
fake letter of acceptance and have been done with school. So it's a very challenging time to be a leader in the world.
That's
Right.
sad. Speaking about illegal immigrants, I think I saw a video of I think Nigerians. It wasn't Nigerians only, Africans trying to get into Italy. They were up to 100,000.
Like,
So
what are the
regular thing.
No, it
opportunities?
was not on a. They've already come off the boat, so they were like at the border.
It's a regular
So
thing.
they were trying to like tell them to line up and then.
See Francis Ngannou talk about how many times he's been
That's what you
pierced and injured trying to scale through the ocean to get into France that time. It's a regular
Are you
thing.
serious?
But I don't know. You said one of your guy got back because he could not get a job in France. Like, why do people keep going? Like, why are they?
So there's something about menial jobs. The jobs that the white people won't do, like taking care of the old, farming, driving, truck driving, delivery driving. Africans don't mind going there because
So why
there's
did
a
your guy come
disparity.
back?
Which of them? The France guy.
No, the one that left Canada. Is it that he didn't see the menial job to take up?
So that's what he's saying now, that even the menial jobs now
Are not so
are
available.
not so available.
Wow.
He said he's
Perhaps-
afraid for people that are going,
Well, they're about to go.
about to go.
Even UK now, my friend complained the same thing because she's a caregiver. She
But
said
people are
there's
still getting jobs there now.
it's still now because there are so many people coming in for
But
that
what do
job,
you
so
think?
it doesn't
Do
go
you
around
think
again.
Jobs are easier in UK, Canada, or US.
It depends on that of job. I think menial jobs are everywhere. Let's
Professional.
be realistic about something. When somebody can come back to Nigeria, the person is not so stranded like that. When people have to go through the ocean on boats to go to Italy, it's desperation. They probably
that's
sold their
desperation,
land. Like they will either die on the road.
For you to zero
or
your mind that
get
this is the
there.
kind of dangerous route.
And so, my point is that what's the sense of urgency and desperation that the people who are looking for menial jobs have? So I don't think that those jobs are not available. It's not going to end. But have you walked 20 kilometers to find a job? Do you understand? Have you sat on a bus for hours looking for a job? And that's really so. Menial jobs will always be there. I think what is happening is the general job market, where for the skilled labor, that's the one that is sort of not available anymore. Jobs are changing to technology driven, so a lot of the people who don't have certain skills, that gap, but I don't think jobs are scarce. Right.
But I saw on, I think it was a newsletter that Canada's inflation is down again.
I mean, inflation
think
goes
it
up.
was
It goes
2.7
up.
or
It goes
something
up
like
and
that.
down every other couple of months.
So when their inflation is down, how come they don't have jobs? I'm still wondering about this thing.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, we're not economists, so we may not
Their
know.
unemployment rate is not high.
Sorry.
What?
So this is what happens. Okay, let's give you a simple example of what happens in our business where you send people abroad. If 100,000 students go into Canada to school, when 100,000 students go to Canada to go study, let's assume 20,000 from Africa, 40,000 from Asia, the remaining 40,000 from Europe and Americas. The African ones, 90% are not coming back.
Fucked.
The Asian ones, let's say
Especially
60,
Indians.
50 will not come back. But generally, they want to go back. The Arabs, the Egyptian ones, the ones from the 20-something Arab nations, they're going back to their nation. And so the government does not plan for the 100,000 students to enter their job markets
Because they think it's just for schooling.
because it's temporary visa. And that's really the understanding that most people do not have. Do you understand? When you go into, and I like to use analogies, right? Okpe is the youngest here. If Okpe goes into a relationship now, she's probably dating. That is, okay, maybe I will see one serious guy, not this one, because this
I
one,
don't
no,
understand why you pointing at me now.
not
You
this
say
one,
it,
this one don't already get like 4 different babes.
No. I'm
No,
blowing
I
But
think
it's the same
he's
thing.
it's in a
Because
committed.
different babes today, Isaac is. You know what I'm saying? Because it's dating.
He's committed
But-
now. He's
Are you taking
committed.
his on live podcast?
But
He's
hold
committed.
on.
See, say the vibe.
Okay, but if any of the two of them, two things will happen, maybe you can't go fall in love.
If somebody might see this podcast,
Okay.
use
that
another
like
example.
But now where they use?
Use blessing and other
No,
people in the
no.
office.
See now where they use now. So maybe your can't go fall in love.
Why are you blushing?
She can't go
Blush.
fall in love. You know what was dating like? Gen Z these days or young girls saying, "No, I'm not
wasting time,
ready.
I'm wasting
time." You can't go fall in love before you know you don't marry. Or the second and the one I don't prefer anybody is you did not plan, you now got pregnant. Those two things take you from temporary to permanent.
Oh, very scary.
Do you understand? It takes you because a student was going temporarily. The contract with them and the embassy was I'm going for 1 year, I'm going for 2 years, I'm going for 4
But
years.
they keep advertising that you can convert your temp to PAM.
The white man thinks very differently. That's the truth. They are able to compartmentalize that temporary students are coming for temporary. If there's an opportunity for you to meets the requirements to come for permanent
Permanent
come.
come, yeah.
It's not, they don't put the two of them together. They don't advertise both together.
When they do it,
No,
that way.
you're not talking, you're not
They're not-
African.
they're
Yes,
not
that's
saying-
what I wanted to
they're not
say.
saying
We
because you
Africans,
have
we
this-
are not seeing
It does
the
not make
study.
it right.
Wait, now we Africans, we are not seeing that your study and temp. When you give us a study visa, no.
Say it, let them drag you now. You don't already talk and say it. Say it, let them drag you. Because the last person you do talk like you won't talk now, they don't deport them.
I'm
Say
Nigerian, nobody will deport
Yes.
me.
Should we?
But they still come to find me for my house. So me.
But
I don't
but
talk
that's the
anything.
point. Yes.
Yes, now,
In our part of the
because
world,
Do you know?
in our part of the world,
Do you know how much we invest in study?
is because of what your system is. The average person abroad that lives in UK or US is going to be content with taking a government loan to go to school.
Yeah.
Like
We have
they
a
don't
government
facilitate.
Actually, you know that
Let's
means,
not bring out-
They've opened the portal so you can go and get your loan.
Let's not bring out the 5 billion they gave government loan to the 90 billion they gave to Hajj. Let me not be upset this early day. Yes. Oh, you did not hear.
Are
Oh
you
yes,
serious?
they gave
Yes,
Hajj
no.
people 90 billion and they give student loan
to
5
go
billion.
to Mecca
Mecca and Israel.
Is Mumu tickets.
and 5 billion for education.
Yeah.
So many people? Everybody, all of us.
Don't bother. Let's
Be
not,
all of
Wait,
us. Are you
90
not
billion,
going
how
to-
many people?
don't
No, I
bother.
mean the
Let's
Hajj
not. Let's
and
focus on. Let's focus on what we're
Israel.
talking about. Let's focus on Canada.
Maybe somebody said that you were an Islamic state.
So the reality is no, but it's
You
not
want to
just Hajj. Is not. Is it just for?
There's
Is that 90
90
billion just
billion.
for Muslims?
I think it will be
call it
Hajj
Hajj
is for-
now?
Hajj is for Muslims.
You call it pilgrimage and
The pilgrimage, then you say it's both of them.
What? It's okay. It's Hajj, yeah, so it's 90 billion. Yeah. Don't worry. When are they go now? When is you people's on?
Which,
Sorry,
which
I'm not
you
even in
people?
power, so nobody they give them money. Sorry.
Which you people?
Our
Oh,
own to Jerusalem. Nobody they even go there now because they bomb themselves.
No, not sure. They bomb them. But some Nigerians will still won't go. They know they bomb all those areas. Man. Outskirts.
Interestingly, that is priorities, the culture. It's you that thinks that if I make that kind of investment, because it's my money, I worked hard for it. If you could take a $40,000 loan from your government to go and come back, and if there was some bilateral
there
agreement,
was one.
Canada and Nigeria hasn't signed a
organization that
bilateral.
was
Interestingly,
doing it. I can't
it's
remember.
not officially official.
There was one organization that was doing it. They were sending graduates abroad to study and come back.
Is that not is it a government? Is it not just people that are without
But that's-
off your mic?
Science,
What's
science,
it's neither
NSCDC. Or
I
Nigeria
think it's
Development.
either
NSCDC.
NDDC. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
used to do it, but all those
How many of
things-
them have you know that come back?
I haven't heard that those guys.
people do
I heard
come
that they
back
go.
home.
No, I heard they go.
Some of them get stopped.
They
sef.
are stranded.
Yes,
Because once the government change, I
They
remember
forget them.
when
When
we went
Jonathan
from
left.
Goodluck
I think that was
to
what
Jonathan,
happened.
exactly.
Yeah.
So my point is, so don't see it that way. See it from the plain white and black. Don't bring in culture, because culture it discolors a lot of things in Nigeria, and that's why today some of your youths are dragging a pastor who said he had the revelation to stay in the US. Our generation is, and I don't want to say we are doomed.
You went to his
Daystar.
leadership school.
Oh, is he in the US? I thought he's in Canada.
No, he's in the US. Him as well.
So the US
Since 2020.
No, since 2020, but see, you want to know the problem. I don't want to use that our generation we have a lot of problem because it's not really a good word, and God has given us a word that He would help us. But it is sad the amount of educated or so-called educated young people who do not have sense. Particularly on Twitter. Somebody did it 1 hour 30-minute episode of a podcast, and you just took a clip.
A clip. That's
Yes,
why it's
now,
been.
that's what they do.
I know that's not where the problem is. You drive a narrative, you insult religious leaders, you insult people that are your fathers and mothers, and then you discourage people. You're also you know the one that's annoying me.
Yeah,
I don't
No,
see
that's
Muslims
okay.
talking about it though.
Yeah.
It's
No, most of them
we,
they do. Now we now.
it's we the believers or
Now we go
so-called
drag
believers.
Muslims. Now we they drag
We are
ourselves.
dragging ourselves. The people that have been looking to maybe come into your faith now, what are you doing to them?
They look at you as jokers now. Like, these ones are not serious.
Let's not even talk about the journalists who are doing clickbait. That's their own work because people must click their kitty. But that man did a 1.5 hour episode.
And you took that one pass.
And you took
And
that's not even the one
analysis.
part. They twisted, that's not what he said. And it is because there's no research and data. And because culturally, that's why I said cultural lines. Because before now in Nigeria, when a pastor is a pastor, you people think that that person is a god. Reverend Sam has never treated that church like his oga. So when he started his PhD, maybe 6 or 7 years ago, you did not know. We that we used to attend his church casually as believer, if program day, we won't go listen to God's word, iron sharpened iron. We know. He did it 3 years. He dey come, they go. If Reverend Sam they preach, if they watch am for YouTube, you no go know saying no day. Go be like saying day. Yes, that's how technology advanced that church is. This I get app. No be app, Nigerian app where you go download, where you go reverse. Better app. Reverend Sam finished. Do you know in this that every pastor, at least not some of them, if you don't they go now, don't jackpot, they get masters as like their basic minimum.
Are you sure?
In Daystar today, when you go to their leadership school, who they teach you? Most of them are like pastors now. So it's not a church that is a fanatical church, but because you don't know, and because a true believer doesn't need to carry mic and be touting his horn, the Muslim community knows what Daystar does for them. If Daystar,
most of them said
let's not go to that side, right? So this man, his family is abroad. He's doing his PhD in strategic leadership. He's sowing his money. His people are entrusting with money. He's blessing the community. You, dear believer, because of maybe it's Elon Musk money that you want, so that you have many money from months down.
They need to increase the revenue.
Reverend Sam finished his PhD. If you go in church, you go no. In wife, go do our own. If I'm not wrong in this, there are 3 or 4 pastors that have PhDs. Aside from those that have masters, get it. So please tell me why in this our Nigeria, you young people that are supposed to be Christians don't have sense.
They have sense.
Tell me why. So now, let's now go to the podcast. And I'm not even finished watching because I started watching it. What was he saying? His family's abroad. He was schooling abroad. His wife was schooling abroad. He has a consultancy practice. So already Reverend Sam for 20 years has been going all over the world, teaching and consulting for people.
Yes,
he doesn't depend on church members. You don't know. Instead of you to keep quiet. This is jackpot. This is part of why jackpot. This is exactly what it is, because I said it's not everybody that goes to school. I said in that episode, it's not everybody that goes to school. Particularly the ones that go and spend money abroad that have sense. I have told you people, because I do it, and you come to me with your third class, I can get you abroad. So it's not all of you that have sense. It's those opportunity that you have. And this is the problem.
What people where get third class do you now?
Sorry.
Why you call them?
Sorry. Even the ones that have first class. So it's not time. So my point is, he now says to you, as a casual Christian, let's just say you are even a believer. We don't even know whether you are even a good Christian or anything, but you say you believe in Jesus Christ. He's saying to you, God told me not to go around. I'm not to go back. God told my wife not to go back. You know the funny story? You know how many times that man has come back since that thing? But because of clickbait and how much Elon Musk could give you people, everybody's now twisting and dragging.
I think the first person that dragged was
Pastor Kumuyi. That's one if I don't even think it's true.
It's not
Pastor Kumuyi that is in his 80s or so.
Why would he jump on?
He's finishing his race, doing global crusade country. He just went to India. India that. See, let me not speak. I prefer not to speak.
Everything is Japa now. People are talking about Japa.
So it's Japa now. Still.
See,
Isaac, should we talk about the small children that they
no, they will carry me.
No, we actually. I want to talk about it. I actually want to talk
Cut me
about
out,
it.
please.
Oh, you didn't hear about it in Niger State? They married
No,
100
of.
I heard about it. Somebody was now saying that why are they talking about marriage instead of education?
My own is the thought process behind it.
I don't want to talk about that. You're going to make me crack
when I
jokes.
was in school,
Somebody told me that the man that is organizing is going to marry a couple of those girls. I don't want to talk.
And now?
I don't
when I was in school, when I was in school, when certain decisions were made, I used to just be wondering, like, so my father's mates used to gather around and say, okay, serious, because they used to make for the decisions, oh, don't wake up, don't pass this gate again. I'm like, so people's fathers will sit down in the night and say, this decision I'm making.
He said that
now
night.
I've come outside. I've come outside
It's in the night then.
and I did it in the country. Not this is not a school.
Like, you understand?
They sat down and said, okay, these 100 young ladies. Young ladies.
They could not even say, let's set up sewing school and make them
understand?
learn how to sew. So that,
man,
okay,
yes.
they can sew even when they marry.
Oh, since I've just been
The
thinking
first thing that gets their
what
mind
else-
is marriage.
I really want to understand how they came up with that idea.
Old men, people's fathers.
You understand? Before
That means that I reacted to Uju Kennedy. They say when they come out.
the first thing to come
I
up with
don't
that
think about
idea,
it.
first thing should be in.
I don't want to talk about this, please. I don't want to talk about it.
This actually episode, man.
No, I'm
But-
confused.
but-
I'm very
let me
confused.
first
So that's good. Sorry, I only have orphans, so you marry them off. No. It's not funny. I don't know why you guys are
What's
laughing.
up to orphanage home?
Wait, let's even say.
You know what?
Let's even say that there were like 5 men that wanted to take a decision on them. One man said, let's marry them. So the other one said, okay.
Yes, that's the best thing to do. That's what
you
nobody
understand?
opposed.
You know what?
And the funny thing is, the men that took the decision, they may be educated.
May or they
Yeah.
are.
They might just have certification. You can't say they're educated.
Like, do you not
They
know
might
what
not
the
have
problem?
certificate.
Do you know what problem?
Don't join education and certificate
Certificates
together.
together. They are different. They
A
are
man's
certificates.
wisdom or education is displayed in his action.
Thank you.
Kai.
Okay, but what are the rest
I
of
want to ask a question. When they announce this thing, you guys are good. They can't carry me. Oh. See, I'm just starting. The 100 girls, are they marrying single 100 boys?
Like when you
Girl, Jay, you said girls.
Do you know in the States, it's not even about money. Let me bust your head. They don't have money. Oh. I'm not whining you. So you know the idea, you marry one of the girls, then the government will fund you.
The wedding.
How much do they even want to give you? 800K.
Hey, but hold
Which
on.
one
Isaac is
they
fine.
can-
Let's assume that.
Isaac.
Let's give a guys. Let's give a benefit of that. Let's get a
One more
benefit of
question.
that.
I'm sorry.
Let's
One
get a
more
benefit of
question.
that.
One more question. How do you have 100 people in a state that want to marry children? Like there are 100 people in one state that are comfortable about marrying young girls.
Nobody's talking about child abuse.
One great idea just came to my mind. Wait,
18
are these girls
now.
under 18? Are they under 18?
That's
They're under 18.
They say girls.
They're under 18.
Because I wanted to say that there are some guys in the southwest that are looking for
They're small children. They're small
We
children.
are
the
going
picture
far.
now.
What makes you guys think that the men that will marry them do not have wives
I want.
already?
I think you don't make for
They
them. I don't
do.
have thought.
They're going to
I
be
want to
like
ask. I want to ask
second
one
or
question.
third
I want to ask one
wives.
question. I want to ask an interesting question. But wait, this one is foolishness defined. Why did they announce it?
See,
Something that you have been doing.
Just run and look is your thing you do normally. Run and look. Why did you
I mean,
announce
it's
it?
not something I'm missing.
Yeah,
This idea was-
Shy boss said. They thought it was good news. The guy, you know, when
a good
Shy boss said, you know, when end of year they'll be announcing the things they've done. They go announce some. The government will announce some. I feel bet.
1 year achievement.
Yes, they go say married 100 of fans.
Shey, which state na you? Niger?
Niger state now.
That guy na farmer.
And a young guy, you.
Kai.
Na young guy now.
No, nobody governor announce am.
The governor would have signed up for NISU now.
If you no, now the clerics announce am.
There's not even no. No, I think their commissioner for something was the one running it now.
Please check who announced it.
There's no how the governor won't have signed off now. And he's a young guy now.
No,
And
is it
I know
not,
the thing.
it's not the state government that is going to fund the wedding.
Yes, now.
So how
He's
will
from
you not
state
be
where he
aware?
would have signed up
If
for
the
NISU.
wisdom was that, and I think I had to start a podcast those giving the government wisdom. Niger State governor.
They need it. They need it like
on
mad.
Saturday,
Niger State governor, you
the
just signed
Speaker
MOU.
of the Niger State House of Assembly
Speaker.
announced plan to marry off 100 female
man of the
orphans who lost their parents to banditry attack.
Okay, hold on. I'm about to let loose. Niger
And
State
he said,
governor.
why I support the marriage.
Okay, great. Who said that?
The speaker.
The speaker. Abi? How many wives does he have? Google it. But while we're waiting for that, okay, you just signed this guy was in US and in Netherlands recently. He just signed an MOU.
Who?
The Niger State governor.
Governor.
So, Oga Farmer, His Excellency, let me give you a wisdom that nobody. And you see, I'm now giving government free advice. We'll get to Bala. I traveled on the road recently. I'll give Uncle Tinubu some advice in this episode as well. Oga Farmer, you have so much farmland. Adopt those 100 girls. Should be your religion allows it. Find them 100 boys, groom them. When they are 18, marry them. Let the boys be farmers. Let the girls be children of the state.
He has a point.
Parent them.
He has a point.
What's the point? This is normal, man.
They wanted my support, and I felt that instead of allowing the girls to fall into fornication because of the marriage expenses, I decided to respect the appeal and
you didn't
support
decide.
them.
You need help. Mr. Speaker. Mr.
I
Speaker, you don't have people that consult
That's
with
what
you.
they-
He said, I get the
was
wisdom,
woman.
but are you
Okay,
telling
don't
me
call
that
him
no, okay, I get his thinking.
yeah.
Because is it that in Niger State there are not enough women and men now that those girls are going to be raped or something? So I get his thinking, but that you need people to consult for you for free. Come call me, I'll help you. That's not so. Let's go back to the point. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
If those 100 girls don't have parents, Mr. Speaker, as a state, create a fund, give them mummies, adopt them. When they are 18, give them 100 boys who are on your farm. See, you have farming and everything now. Baba does give you tractor. You are supposed to be farming. You have work. You are supposed to feed us now. Yes, now. You just sign deal with Lagos State to buy your rice and things. So you have giving it's quid pro quo. Give those girls husbands. It's your culture and law allows for it. Please don't marry 14 and 15-year-olds
Children.
children.
That cannot take decision.
Abi,
But from here, they said they are of maturity age.
majority of them is 12. One,
I don't they cringe.
Then when they are
whilst I'm
strong,
advising
And,
Honorable His Excellency Niger State Government, let me advise our president.
Sorry,
Mr. President.
before you advance, did you see that video where his guys are about to sing for him? He's
they
like,
don't sing, they continue singing.
you
So
see that
sing
they show
first
for
before
money?
you talk.
On your mandate, sir. On your mandate, uncle. On your mandate, sir. Uncle, I went via road to a state recently that does not have airport. I found out they actually have airport. But if I went with the flight was cancelled. We will not tell you today how our aviation sector is it's already dying. It's crashing.
Don't let this guy.
Kenyamo.
Keyamo,
No,
yeah,
he's even trying. But it's not his fault. Now he's what he met now. Should be they suspended Nigeria Air now after the billions that they stole.
After
the shenanigans. The charade.
Shenanigans that. No, man.
I hope they're going to collect their money back from Ethiopia Airlines.
Forget that
Or
one.
seize some of those
Did
ones.
they
Forget
convict
that
that guy?
Which they
Convict
him
or
and his daughter,
convict
they
him?
don't carry them good court last week. They give them say 200 million bail. Now, Mr. President, I was on the road from here to the east. Good ride with the transport service that I used. I want to advise you, sir. You have 5 to 6 security agencies on the road. And between here and the east, I must have seen, let's see, if I don't want to exaggerate, 60 to 80 checkpoints. Sir, what's the wisdom, sir, for 80 different parastatals of different zones
Yes,
and
no.
areas
You've not gone
stopping
by-
us while we are going on the road?
If you see,
And everyone is stopping
So
you.
let me explain to
See
you.
soldier,
From
yeah.
Lagos,
see custom.
you
yeah.
start with soldier, enter custom, enter FRSC, enter NSCDC, enter EFCC, enter police. You go do
Yes,
police,
they
police,
do.
police. Oh yes. Is it not wisdom
fine.
and
Oh, yeah.
synergy? Maybe they say they want to implement Ogunsoye report or something like that. When you want to do checkpoints, why not say police now you hold gun, soldier now you hold gun. In this checkpoint, soldier go day, EFCC go day with them, NSCT go day with them. Work together. So you don't have to stop me. When I was coming back, there was one man that was frustrated. We passed like 4 checkpoints in 10 minutes. All of them were stopping him. And they were all police.
4 different checkpoints.
So like, you just go, you never accelerate 5 minutes.
When you're
They don't
going
stop
for-
you
They don't
again.
stop you
Yes,
again.
You go again, it comes to
And because of maybe the kind of car, whatever they look, that one
Yes,
stop you
the
for the
kind
same
of
reason.
car.
now the same thing.
We go, they
all
go,
of
the
them
guy
get
go
the
down
same
speed past
reason.
us. We go reach checkpoint. They don't go stop us, they go stop him.
They usually don't stop.
Honorable Minister of, is there
Buses.
Minister of Transport?
To be
Who is the
Minister
Minister of Transport?
I don't even know.
Soon,
I'm
will
sure-
be M solo.
Minister of Transport, Minister of Police, IG
Minister of
Police,
Police.
now be IG now. Who else? Who else would they involve? Minister of EFCC,
Defense.
Minister of Defense, Nigeria Security.
Okay, Minister of Transportation, Idu Ahmed.
Naibo. Go shout South.
Saidu Ahmed.
Yeah,
Actually,
no wonder.
is the Minister of Transportation.
Please, my deaf daddies, let us merge the work. The one that annoyed me the most on the road.
Nigerian government
This
doesn't
security
like
apparatus, they will say it's to reduce kidnapping. Kudos to you, IG.
But it's still
Kidnapping
happening.
but at least it has reduced to a couple of under Buhari the last 3 years that we were all crying.
Yeah,
Right?
like
It has
every
reduced.
week there
Thank
was
God.
this thing.
But please, sirs, your people will put wood on the road so that to slow people down and check. Great. But we don't need to see 80 checkpoints on a 3-hour trip.
That's
or
how to keep
6-hour
the
trip.
road safe.
The road that was bad, that was not safe, uncle. And all the places that the road was bad, you will not see them there.
Like,
The places where they can actually attack us that we cannot speed.
Yeah. That's why.
Now wonder why we are going abroad. So that's actually where I'm going, because people are complaining that doctors and nurses are going abroad. Wonder, sir, why we are going abroad. So, sir, free advice, free consultation. Merge your security
they
apparatus.
don't like it now. How do they want to create more jobs for people to
create more jobs and
pay-
move
pay
more.
Oh, the tax that they collect on the road.
So actually,
No,
you know,
but
I actually
Baba
thought
said
that
it's not
that thing
doing-
was
exaggeration?
no, that like is the police officers, like the ones on the road that actually do it by themselves. Like, oh, guys are on the road now, let's just collect 20 naira. So I heard that apparently, like, they give that they remit
Yes,
to
now.
their superiors.
I don't know about that. You don't put me for episode.
I heard allegedly.
I heard
I heard
that
the
if
remit-
they put you on the road and you're not bringing in anything,
They'll
they
take
put
you
you
out.
on the decks and put another person on the road. That's what I heard.
We cannot talk about
We
Japa
heard.
in any episode and not see the effect of politics. You know, it's funny.
Facts.
You know,
But
this is
politics is actually what is fueling
fueling
Japa.
Japa immigration, right? And that's why I see that it's a good mix.
It's not possible.
I need to start a politics section on this podcast. You know that I've been talking about it for the last 4 or 5 episodes about capping season. Australia, UK, Canada. People have seen everything done. All my prediction not set now.
So when are they going to uncap it?
no,
Maybe we should-
no, 2 years, 3 years.
They've
We'll see.
increased
We'll be
their
watching.
They've even increased their distance. POF Australia
Not
But
today.
Australia
That
do
is not big
election
now.
last
Is it
year.
another one?
See now, Muna no worry.
for 12 kids.
Australia does do election now.
So-
Australia
Oh,
don't-
yes, and we
Australia
talked
don't
about
do
it
their
last
own election last year, like November, December, and new prime minister.
Canada.
Rishi, they do in on UK July.
that guy.
No, Canada never announced in on.
That guy.
But we believe in that this year too or into next year.
That
And they tell
UK
us say
man,
Commonwealth,
They
did they
fear
roll
him.
together?
The one
Una
wants
they
to come in.
watch.
UK Prime Minister.
But my guy said, my guy who just came back, he said, this guy is actually pro-immigration. What's his name? What's this guy? Justin Trudeau.
Yes, no.
He's actually pro-immigration.
Yeah, but if he wants to win, if he wants to
has
maintain
to
his power,
reduce.
Yeah, he has to.
he has
Has to dance
yeah.
to
he
their,
has to dance to the tune
to
of
their
the.
music.
So, ladies and gents, you cannot remove Japa from our everyday life. You cannot also remove politics from our everyday life. Nobody wants to talk about those truths, but if you have money, either the one that you stole or the one you worked for, if you are running away, you leave power for those who do not have WAEC certificates
To rule.
to rule.
Even as I am here now, is it not still the people that do not have WAEC that are ruling?
Facts. That one is even facts. It's not even banter. Bro, it's so crazy.
So you have governors. I think
Someone
before,
said he was earning like 50K in 2015.
we are going to minimum wage. What? You know, go
It's
let
now.
them carry us this week.
In 2015. So he was saying that in 2024 I'll have a soft life. By calculating how much he should be earning now. He said he's earning 3 times his money now. But he
But
wants his
yeah.
50K then.
If you actually
Because
check
that
inflation
3
and
times you are
everything,
earning now, you end up not saving nothing.
I saw a cooler report, and it's probably the closest report to wisdom on this minimum wage. So it basically stands for
Couldn't even
something
make it
about
50,000.
going to the. So they go to the roads, like to the market, to sort of do a comparative analysis on what the cost of living, cost of like housing, food, and all those things.
Okay.
So So they are saying that minimum wage now should be 76,400. It's probably even the closest thing, right? It's an independent report. Right now, FG and TUC and NLC, they are fighting for 48.54. That's 76,000 is not even enough.
What do you mean by
Minimum
fighting?
wage.
No, you said they are fighting for 48. Okay, the federal government is proposing 48, and they are saying no. What are they? What are they saying? Because sorry, excuse me. Because those are even making it difficult. How can they be saying that the minimum wage should be 200,000? Something that is not realistic.
And you know, now Obaseki don't cover up. Obaseki say you don't increase the minimum wage to 70,000 naira. And let me now even say the facts. Let me talk.
I beg.
No. Where is he going to pay it? Let's watch now.
Somebody that is
the money?
leaving.
Where you want to see the money?
He's leaving. He wants to make the next governor's term difficult for him. And people will now be angry. That's the plan.
He has his own person already. Do you understand?
It doesn't matter.
Do you have the money to pay?
Do they not fall out? Do they not fall out?
Because
by the time the new governor,
I don't think they will fall out because
it's happened in Enugu or something.
I don't think they will fall out because I expect Obaseki to, once he finishes in go. Obaseki na technocrat.
Oh, so you don't think
there's a unique dynamic with a technocrat. What's a technocrat? Those of us we don't already they work for private sector where we don't do okay before. If you're not just a wicked or greedy person, you could not fall out. You see all those other guys. You know the funny thing about politics is it empowers even the blind and the deaf. It empowers the uneducated. If you go back to history, and that's why Amici laughs and some of these guys laugh. If you go back to history, go and look at Wike in 2013, 2014. Go and even see his video.
I was serving in 2013.
You'll be appalled. You'll be laughing.
He was fighting.
It was just like a tout.
Yes, fighting.
And it was big and fat. Today, Wike has controlled billions. If you remove Wike's dress and sell it, you can pay your house rent.
Fuck.
They are not.
Yes, no.
That's what leadership and politics is. That's why people are running away from our country. So people think, yeah, he did flyover 1 or the flyover 12 and all that. If Wike did 12 flyovers, let's say he could have done 50.
With the money he used for the 12.
So think about how much money is missing. So, and he was a civil servant, he was a local government chairman and became chief of staff, was a minister. So these guys have made all their money in politics. And we would need to get to that conversation where leadership, and that was what Reverend Sam was talking about on Sheon Okin's podcast. Leaders who are not people and people-oriented is the problem we have in Nigeria. Because somebody becomes a governor, you are holding the mandate of the people, whether the people are even touts or anybody, and billions are coming to your own hand. Your cars are in billions. Your travel expenses are in billions. Your clothes are in billions. Your people cannot eat. So let's start from there. Like the basic minimum. Your people cannot eat. Your people are fighting and killing themselves for land. So maybe you have 1 billion. Somebody just needs, a community just needs 1 million. You have 1 billion.
1 billion.
You've done nothing.
And
you think that doing a road is what will solve the problem and what they need. And then you say, oh no, they were the ones that asked me. Of course they asked you for it. Did you give them education? So they don't have schools.
And water.
They don't have access. They are suffering. So anything they see, they will take. They are opportunistic.
So I was thinking about this thing, and I'm wondering what the National Orientation Agency does. Because, you know, the problem, another problem, and it's something I noticed in the last election we had, the Nigerian people, the average Nigerian person doesn't know that they are entitled to these things.
Yes, sir.
Do you get? So I remember when I was in my postgrad, I think I've talked about this on the podcast, and I went to a particular, your area safe, but like the deep inside of your area, like the village part of your area.
Anambra.
No. Like in Ogba here.
Oh, okay.
We're doing a research on people's knowledge on sickle cell anemia.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knew. They did not have a record.
They don't.
How many
people are just having.
Do you know how crazy it was?
More than women, man, they don't marry. They don't know the SSD. They don't know anything.
Went to the local.
And they just be producing children.
The LCDA So I wanted to see the head of health in that local.
He not
council.
even there. In there.
He wasn't on seat. But he wait. He later came. You know what this guy said? He said, we're not doctors. When we were asking him about sickle cell, someone as head of health, he did not know about sickle cell anemia. Like, he knew about it, but he did not know like much about it. He said, we were not doctors. They just appoint us into these positions, and you are heading the health of a whole community.
That's why they don't know the priorities. They don't know what to prioritize.
They only just to eat. We now went to.
It's in Nigeria that a doctor is the Minister of Labour.
We went to the health center in that community.
Like primary health care center.
Yeah, they have to. We went to one. It was empty. It was just one nurse on seat, and there were sick people there. It was just one nurse on seat. We were asking her questions. She was just pressing her phone with earpiece.
Please.
At some point, when the questions got too much, she said, "Please, you are disturbing us. There's nobody that will answer."
Let me say this one about the Exeter. So I was at a place yesterday, and I saw these two kids. My friend was not telling me that I just see these two kids that their mom is dead. What happened? So now I'm going into an accident and her leg got amputated. They took this woman to the general hospital. They said they have to transfuse blood. Hey, God, how big. Guess the blood that they transfused to the woman.
The wrong blood.
HIV blood.
Hey, Jesus!
HIV blood. Because
Maybe they didn't screen
for
it.
blood
banks,
HIV, yes. So
they
they
screen
have
properly.
number one is that they shouldn't even mix. They shouldn't be in the same place. It was when a doctor walked in and just saw it and like they now wanted to cover up, but it was already too late. And I said, did you know if I said they don't have anybody who normally is abroad, are supposed to sue.
Government.
They said there's nobody.
The governor go down
woman died, though.
the governor
What
go down
killed
the
the
talk
woman?
for road.
The HIV now.
HIV doesn't
Complication.
kill like that now.
No, it grows to AIDS now, and
They-
if she
they
already
not-
has
Okay,
a
because
She already had
pre-existing, if she has a pre-existing condition,
Existing, the leg
it's
got
just-
amputated.
It's because she came through transfusion. That's why she died. Because if you sleep with somebody that has HIV, you will not die immediately.
It's
Now.
just,
You might not be able
She
to.
already had
doctors who no begin
the-
dey argue that
leg.
one, but
It might not, I mean,
Maybe
so
because
two things.
because
Two
of
things.
transfusion.
It might not be a recent
God Almighty.
occurrence. It might have, HIV at some point transitions to AIDS at some point. Also, if she has a pre-existing condition, it could worsen the
Because
case.
the meaning of, I think the understanding of what HIV does is to weaken your body from
Weaken your
anything.
immune
So you can
system.
anything can kill
Anything
you.
can happen.
Why this is doing me like this is because I remember what happened when I had Ebuka.
And they were looking for
Because I
blood.
had to collect blood. So imagine
Go
That-
test,
that's
go
stupid.
test,
Go
go
check,
te-
go
go
check,
test
go check.
yourself.
No,
Go
go
test
check.
yourself.
Go check.
What
Man.
is-
It's better than.
if I lose you,
Better
every
go
experience.
check. Better
You know
go
3
check.
months that the thing used to show.
No,
There are
but-
so many
but I mean,
wrongs.
the incompetence in
So
our healthcare
many-
system. It says a lot on.
it's not even like in every area,
In
like
every-
negligence.
Transport.
But health is worse because it can lead to death immediately.
No, everything
Yes.
is worse.
Health
From
is
the
worse
road.
because
So,
any
so,
one
so,
mistake-
so let me tell you, because I'm a visionary thinker, let me tell you why you're not saying it that way. When transport is bad, you can have an accident and the person dies immediately.
Health,
When
and the
education
person goes
is
to the hospital, the
hold
person dies
on now, when education is bad, you have touts on the road who can kill themselves because of 50 naira. Education, healthcare, you can still have an accident and still even survive. If car hit you for road, you should go immediately. If they stab you on top poor money, mama money, you know what I'm saying? So everything is important. You don't get? And the ones that our people seem to place value on,
I think they are saying it's illegal, so.
not even somewhere else.
I said we went around. We
smart
went
city.
to.
A 1 trillion naira
Smart city.
quote and unquote economy that
Economy.
I did go
Mega
out
city.
the other day. I won't go 5-minute journey for weekend. I was there for an hour and a half because Ministry of Works say they want patch road where they patch every 6 months or every 3 months.
That one is
They
normal.
can't-
now.
Why
They
don't
collect
you patch
now.
at midnight?
They can't hold on. God bless you. They can't begin to patch the road.
Bro,
They can't leave the most important section of that road. They don't come back for almost 2 months now.
So they live on like that.
They live and life, and they don't. You know how they can't. You know, say when they want party, they can't put rectangle. Tell you say say things won't come soft. We don't see them again.
So traffic
You are-
leaders.
So
you
the
are
road,
going
the thing
far.
done bad.
The road that leads to your office. That road. What
That
are
road
they
is
doing on
worse.
That road?
I thought they were doing it at some point.
What are they
They've
doing on
abandoned it.
that road? No,
They were doing-
they're
that's
there.
it.
Yeah,
I
that's
saw
they say that's
them.
bad. Someone who demolished Iju Shaga like Fagba bus stop 4-5 years ago for a lecturer.
I still
He still never do anything. That road is worst. So
I don't know. If you know you are not ready to walk, why
forget all those ones? That's not why we're here.
That's why the thing they vex me.
This is the reason why people are going abroad.
Exactly.
Both your best talents and the ones that are just frustrated.
And the worst talents.
Maybe if that boy parent has money, they should have asked him. That one they killed now. Did you see that one?
Jesus.
Which one?
The Ajayi Crowder.
I couldn't watch. I don't know how you could get the mind to watch all those things. But I heard the gist.
You don't know what happened.
Wait, but did he really steal a phone?
So allegedly he stole the phone. They said they saw the phone with him. Even if he stole the phone, how do you beat somebody's child from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.? Beat.
Let's also admit that. Let's also
and
admit.
he's the only boy, only son.
So let's also admit that. Oh God. Oh God.
Sorry, let me just. Sorry, I'm just sorry. When I was in school, this thing happened. Literally. So, do you know what? You see, young people my age, we are too stupid.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I'm happy you have
Like,
admitted
the
that.
things we kill ourselves over. So, they stole somebody's laptop earlier in the semester. They now see him, he lock up, they take his laptop, he just, okay, they don't take my laptop, he move.
They can't find the
You understand? In your guy, they can't see if in guy laptop. They can't say nine. Later in the semester, they can't say Naim because they rob him, you know, talk, so Naim. That was not that they had evidence. Nothing. They just say because they stole his own laptop beginning of semester, he stole somebody's own. His own like best friend. Normally they be friends, and then they go smoke Igbo, do bad things. They can't go smoke Igbo one evening, come back. In Naim high pass. Now so they started. They literally tied him to a chair in the room, and they were beating him. The next morning, nobody. He passed me. I don't recognize him. This is not my guy. Where they play ball together. Nobody recognizes him. Just we all who did that morning. They go health center by himself. Now for health center, they just who did this to you? Now so the guy narrates the story. The mostly came that night. So the senior men in our school, like all those OGs, they wanted because the guys who did the thing, they are guys too. So they begged the porters and all those people that they should not take it to school authorities, so they won't expel those boys, that they will deal with it by themselves. So those two can't go beat the boys will beat that boy. Last the master still reach school. Everybody still go house. Over what? Say you stole laptop.
Well, let's talk about it because it's education. Let's talk about a very important matter because right now all over the world, ISF has announced that there's a housing crisis. Let's talk about this thing in Nigeria where some private schools don't even have this crisis because most of you stay on campus, right? In Covenant, I don't think you can stay on campus.
You can't stay on campus.
What are the quote unquote porters or the people that are supposed to secure the school part time? What are they doing?
Do you want me to
because,
talk?
No. You go rant, but because okay, that's to answer that your question. Because if they beat somebody from 10 to 6,
where were you?
Where are the security and them? So because if I'm the parent of a child that something, I wouldn't say something like that happened because you touch my daughter as she's like this. I don't know that you believe I'm a Christian. And every day I trust God.
When you born, you understand.
If my mama or my wife, if they touch my daughter,
I can't go mention my watch my parents.
I go don't talk before I remember say
I'm a Christian.
No, not even that. This is it's okay, not that. No, it's yes, exactly that. She be because she understands that she be their mothers and they are like they are not doing something intentionally. But for my own mind, the first process I say my 2-year-old baby, and that's just maybe they beat him or they spank him or something, or maybe she dey cry. When I can't reach there, I go say why she cry? I go reach there. Maybe she won't choose between two phones. They can't give up the moment she don't like. So maybe they cry for things like that. I look happy. You can't touch my daughter. Let's leave that one there. So, God forbid, something like this happened as a parent now. By the time I sue the school, first of all, that school go close down
easily
because normally now SAN. I go just go. You go just go arrange SAN.
But all these secondary schools,
you go collect damages na the school.
These secondary schools where children don't die.
Nothing happen. I mean, because the school get money past them now. Now they talk. This one.
See, that's why you need to have money.
You see, the school na damages. The porter na manslaughter, voluntary manslaughter.
The porter say go follow go now. The
Because
porter wey dey on duty now.
wetin be the work
He go
wey
explain.
we sign agree together?
I pay you, and I pay you heavily. Oh.
They beat pikin or they smoke or anything wey they do wey you no take care of my children. Wetin all of them dey do? All the porters go for that one. So I no understand that thing yet. But you know say I dey even because I dey plan carry my pikin go Covenant. So before that time. We go down, me and Covenant, we go down the
give another instance. One time, somebody messed up in a staff in cafeteria. Senior men who are students carried the staff from CAF to beat him in hostel. We gather they watch. Porter no stop the people where they beat. Now we they watch where they say they go give offense for. They beat person, you they watch, they beat down. You say no. You know why?
They don't give them
These porters are like our government people there about their pockets. Now the students where they soft them. So what are you telling me?
And so the question that I ask, and let's just put a pin in it here because
and this is why people send their children abroad.
You know the funny thing. God bless you. That's exactly what I was doing.
That's what I was saying.
The structure, the things that you cannot meet abroad, is why a parent to hustle, sell his house, that his child doesn't go through this. But let's now go to the schools because permit me to say 3 big schools that are heavily funded by their churches: Covenant, Babcock, Redeemers. Are you saying our fathers and our mothers that you don't have the infrastructure? It's not that you don't have the infrastructure. The problem is that you don't have the capacity and you will not give it to somebody that has the capacity. You want to give it to your church member who does not know how to do it, who has risen the ranks politically. You're not holding me now before the guy expect me in my church. Today I should talk at me. Because you will give pastor...
No name.
You
no name.
No, I did not say name.
You will give pastor so and so head of education and something who doesn't have experience because you want to compensate him and because that's where he's going to see money to feed his stomach, and that is again a contradiction to our faith. Then children will be dying in your school. You will be paying government and you're a church. And that's why I said, when you want to come for the church, if you're a Christian, come with facts. Don't be going with sentiments. Because Ajayi Crowder is a Christian school.
It's a Christian school.
And Covenant is a Christian school. So the primary schools that their children, that one child died in Lagos, is a Christian school, Redeemed Christian school. The one, Doen or something, Christian school.
I think
it's Deeper Life owner. The one where no, forget death now. The one where they go they ride for Dubai.
Chrisland.
And because we only days
on them,
nothing will happen. All you need to do is to ensure that they put the right people there and you find them so that they don't make that mistake. But because there's no value for life, which is where I'm actually going, we don't have any value for life.
In this country, we don't have value for life.
In this country, don't let them
they will not
you die and go.
You don't say it.
I don't drive go out.
2020.
Madam,
don't enter the wrong bus.
With the cruise go out. Those they look me, I wait for one junction. I say, wisdom. I'll come down as I be like the king of Japa. I'll come they fight for road because 50 cars they come for here, 20 they come for here. Now only me day here, now me get road. They no one stop me. I'll come begin go they bash my own car.
Go they fight right.
If they don't have value for your life, better value your own life. There's wisdom in it too. Now Bible talk 'em. So if I have to wait 5 minutes so that they will not slap me with the igbo and I will see, because there's no wisdom in saying I'm king of Japa, I have money. When you can avoid conversation with somebody that does not have sense. Bible says you want to go and be fighting with fools. You said you're a fool. So, see, the church is a problem. And you know, we were talking about the youths earlier. The reason our youths are like this is because the church neglected them. The church was more interested actually
the church was just preaching about
prosperity and tithe and offering and which body purity? Which body purity?
And then they're still ending up doing the thing that you say they should not do. That you're talking about.
So now you have neglected those youths.
They will leave what they're supposed to.
And that's why we saw NSAS came and go, no effect. Which other one? Occupy Nigeria came and go, no effect. Which other one?
These are the people that did Occupy Nigeria. Now they run the country now.
God, what are you talking about?
Not those ones now. Those ones don't chop. The youth will die. for Occupy. Where did they? How many people? The guy where they say daddy doesn't sleep before a.m.
When that guy they say they give him something.
They give him something, but not be waiting in the hope for.
I don't know him.
You know, say one thing about Baba and say if you mess up, you go treat your mess up. They give an youth leader for their party, but Minister of Youth we ain't saying go college.
They don't give him.
Sorry. You see Israel.
And our church member allegedly because they always give our platform.
Youth pastor.
Anytime they are
no,
dragging
no,
redeem
no,
again, I go tag you.
See,
I dey
tag
always
me.
forget them.
I don't have a problem with. See, let me tell you something funny today. And dear believers, get this. If you're a believer and somebody's dragging you or correcting you and you're reacting, check whether you're really a believer. Or check how much of the Bible you have read. Because the idea of our faith is not for you to be perfect. So if Isaac cannot correct me and I'll go and check myself and say, okay, Isaac says I may be wrong.
Right.
If your initial responses are, even you say,
defensive.
you know, I see your big head. See you.
There's a problem.
So I cannot correct you. And, sorry, I'm going to drag our parents. It's because your parents too did not correct you now. Because if they corrected you when you were growing up, when they correct you outside, you will collect the correction. Even the culture that we are blaming today, in the olden days, if you mess up, before your mama hear about them, they don't arrange you. And when your mama comes, she go tell them, come arrange you
again. But now
I remember then.
But because
They
our
go beat
parents'
you
generation
outside.
and everybody don't compromise, now everybody in our Twitter fingers, they just fit talk for me. She mean that you get some now where they arrange with IG of police warrants. All those boys for Twitter where they insult people before, where they track me. Why they but they don't arrange people. He said, "May you keep quiet. You no get anything now. You go they beg, say I beg. That guy now, I don't know where in the last one, I don't know where in the. You did for Twitter the form, and you will give the same name, Great Oracle.
What is he trying to say now?
Sorry, I'm not
You
talking.
not talk.
He's the one.
Because I'm
And-
very
asking.
And on the matter of talking too much, you talk too much. UK ban us now. I'm hearing that you're back.
But tell me you.
But
Is that still verified actually?
I don't even
I don't
know if it's
know.
verified.
It's not verified.
But trust me.
But there's something I want to say. Let's assume that story is actually true. So they gave you.
What goes around comes around. Let's first start.
You
Let's first
said-
start from there.
You said that this and that. They want to kill you. They now gave you money. Oh yeah, stay. And the first thing your mind said you should do
Is to
is
invest
come
in
Nigeria and
this
come
thing.
and build house. Because I don't understand though.
It's wisdom.
Instead of you to go and carry the money and buy a house in the UK and relax first.
It's a mindset with Nigerians.
He wants to show off.
He wants,
Oh, that's
he wants to
true.
play a fast one and
He wants to show off.
We
He
always
wants
feel
to
like
show
we're
off.
wiser than them. He wants to do Yahoo in their own country.
But that talk now.
No, that's the way you talk.
Hmm?
The average young person, particularly the African one, we think we're the smartest in the world.
Yes, no.
And we're largely the daftest.
Whoa.
And one of the reasons why we are, that most of these young people don't know on Twitter,
But
is because they remove history. So you don't know anything about history.
but there are scores that be statistics that Nigerians are one of the smartest.
When you have raised a child well and he goes abroad, he's the smartest. But when
Even in
he
Nigeria, this
don't insult me, please.
wait now, what did you
9
call these
is
people
in
that
WAEC
recruit
and 350.
tech guys?
That is not
Textiles.
enough.
Tech guys.
And it's textiles now. It's not textiles, they call them.
Something Valley or what do you people call it?
Silicon Valley.
They said Nigerian tech are one of the smartest now.
First of all,
Where
what?
the number-
Okay,
where the number-
let's define.
No,
Let's
my
wait,
brother is
let's-
actually in US now.
We'll
Silicon
read this-
Valley.
Let's
Where
redefine.
the
Let's
numbers?
redefine
She's not in
smart
Nigeria.
You know that's
now.
how
She
they
didn't go
said
through
That
Nigeria.
guy will scam all these people over the world. He knows smart.
They are one of
You
the
know- you know-
smartest.
And smart to which
That's
one?
why-
Righteous
no,
or
no,
righteous?
Actually, wait,
Remember when your guy
Actually, what that guy did?
said, if you take Nigerians out of NHS will not exist anymore. They now brought out the numbers. Well, like how many of us?
44,000.
What
What that guy,
I
what
mean, it
that
was-
Semu guy did is smart now. It's just
Smart
like-
to which
He
side?
doesn't
Smart
have sense.
now. Now we dey talk.
He doesn't have sense.
See this Kano Emirates thing now. When we talk about what goes around comes, life is a circle. This thing first happened in 1981.
But
This
This
removing of
Sanusi
Emir.
and all that.
So the first time, it's history that allowed me to know that, and that's why I say to young people, don't talk, don't ask questions, go and research. Because if I go and pick sides now and say, APC was the bad guy that did this, NNPP, the first person that did this was in 1981, and when he left, his guy that came in 1983 reversed it. So it's not the first time it's happened. Politicians have been playing with traditional rulers and kingdoms
for the longest time.
So
Even abroad.
They're not featuring with Oba Obini.
No, they talk, they play.
Listen, but they can't try with my Oba.
They can't try it now.
My brother and sister.
They cannot try
They
it.
don't do politics
They
with
cannot
my
They
guy.
play.
They cannot try it.
We don't do politics.
Okay.
They are politicized of these roles now. All these
You want to know why? You want to know what the problem is? There are certain rules like that their funding is completely dependent on the government.
Yeah.
Yes, now.
Yeah.
So
And
don't
of
say they
course-
don't try it now because in currently in this soft.
No.
Okay.
I think that position has always been
Well respected.
very respected. That position, whoever
You go make me drag my own guy. Maybe they no carry me, I beg, man, because I want to talk
they
about
go
the
drag
the
you.
number one guy.
They know they use their
Who
Oba
does?
play. No,
No, I
go
know they drag.
talk,
No,
oh.
me, I don't even talk. I know me.
I'm not there.
Me, I know they insult people,
Who
elders.
you
oh.
drag?
No, why you there? I will tell you
Say
off
you don't
camera. I
want
know they
drag
talk
now.
anything.
Say you don't want drag
Because
now.
my own point is, I say, wisdom or see person get sense. Now two sides. If you get sense, may you use them steal people money. If you get sense, may you use them do hard work. Sense no be the problem. Now we see this and
Now we seen these and do.
No, it's
be the
easy.
problem.
And common sense is not.
It's
that
been a
common.
couple of weeks. So a couple of weeks ago we did Anambra. All right. After Anambra, we do Abuja. We did go from place to place.
Abuja.
Then we
Plenty
did
gist
office
we done
hangouts.
this. We do our office hangouts.
Yeah, Okwe was my jackpot partner. Man.
Yeah.
Tough times, but I mean, it doesn't take away from our friendship.
I never see jackpot for my life. I don't play with person get minus JCK. You never begin get jackpot.
In everything you do, pray for a good partner. It
Whatever
tells a
you-
lot.
whatever
Even in
you
playing
see,
of games, it tells a lot.
Raise your kids to know how to play games. Do you understand? Don't give them iPads.
Don't
Give them
be
what?
with a
Let
man
them
that can't
You
play
know, like,
games.
small this is
I
what
feel
we used
very
to do.
bad.
Raise your kids to know how to play games,
going
Monopoly,
on?
all these things. You know, I mean, come on, man.
It was fun though. It was a fun time.
Yo,
Even in the casting down of Nigeria right now, God is still helping us and lifting us up.
Yeah.
good
So if
see
you want
that
to go
shit.
everywhere, you want to jackpot, you want to go for holiday, you need help. In fact, I want to even publicize conversation. If you want wisdom, if you want to make the right decisions, come and talk to us.
Nigerians will tell you that it's too expensive. They don't want to come and do.
You have a friend that can tell them.
consultation that
That's
is
why
very-
you're
this
that's
is-
why you are
But
getting
consultation is actually cheap.
that's why
oh.
you are getting sent back.
Our consultation is actually affordable because after a consultation session with us, you can actually go and apply on your
by
own.
yourself.
So our
They don't see
consultation
that.
session
Nigerians
is-
don't see that way now. Nigerians
And
Affordable.
we don't even leave you after your consultation.
we'll still follow up. with-
Exactly.
But Nigerians like that.
consulting with us, we
I
can
swear, we
see
sound
Smart.
like a,
Yeah, the
we
same
sound like
wisdom
a
we are
clingy
talking of.
millennial.
Well, it's the same thing we're talking of here. That wisdom. Nigerians like to form sharp and wise.
I'm smart. I
You
can
know,
use them.
you don't know about people that would go and apply
I swear to God, it's good.
with this and then come back and tell us they denied
In this
them.
podcast, I hold off like 90% because if I talk, all our customers, if they watch the episode, they will not say, so now my matter, you got a good podcast. Man, don't talk because I want to talk something now. The person for us come, is say, she no go give me my money again.
You know, when she don't pay finish, we should bring up the matter.
Anyway, so it's May, June. Now January intake, now everybody day on top now. 2025 matters. September
sir.
don't they close. So, but if you still want to go holiday this year, you run out for you.
No, choke.
You want to go
Summer.
Spain.
Summer is
Summer is here.
Summer is here.
coming.
We get Spain mission coming up
If you want to be
July.
in Spain, Ibiza, you know.
Someone
Corona.
in US, my friend, she has a child that is in school. She was telling me last week that they have closed for summer. I said, I don't understand. When is summer? She said they have closed. I said, okay, when they already resume? She said September. I said,
like
hey,
4 months.
Are you
June,
serious?
July,
Maybe I
August. What's that?
Whereas UK now, no one they do. UK have don't come up with some funny laws. You must day school until 18. You must do maths and English.
Is
Some
that
very
not
fun-
what people are copying in Nigeria?
plenty things does they go with Jackpot
I
right
said,
now.
which kind
What do you mean
of
must
summer?
be
Go our
Something
website, go read blog or go
does it mean?
YouTube.
As in, maybe you can't get
You
into
can't
university.
leave any. You must be in school. They want to scrap A level, so your day school they do maths and English till 18.
Are you serious?
Normally for year now, if you do YX 15, you don't. For UK, nope.
No, but I think now, they are trying to scrap it too.
And now they said
It's even necessary. I they talk now.
It's even good because
It's
some of the
conversation
things
though.
And
that.
make a year word is even good because you have passed through the
Oh, yeah,
bridge.
so
So
some
the
of
bridge
these-
I feel
can
like
break.
it's no.
Some things that we are constituting.
It's no. I feel like if my sister can stay in school till 18, I'll appreciate it. I'm not joking. It's because
I don't understand. What happened to you that didn't stay till 18?
it's just grace. I'm going to say that But a lot is happening. I feel like they should actually just stay back.
I can't even contribute because there's something about when you've done something that you don't enjoy and you want the spoiler.
No,
different because it's worse now.
Yes, the children that are in church now. If I'm looking at them, you want to go to school now? Like I'm really looking at you.
We go say
no.
Me, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you like I'm saying. This one. He's done with NYC. As if she wants to get married.
Now, you get some boys really worry. KOJ doing Seiko. Some boys, when he was always coming to me, those boys, I was just wondering, like, obviously, this boys will be investing now. Do you get? Would my mom they call me to say, stop talking, you two are doing.
Yes, now.
I'm not going to stand up.
You see that one that later when the woman placed her head, now went to tap the woman and say, Mama should stand up.
Because she was sleeping.
Yes.
No.
That one wants to go to school.
So this is who you...
And they're easily influenced. Like when I was in school, small 14-year-old boy, they're already smoking. Why? It's because they have roommates and they're not strong-willed enough.
So I feel like get a point. But even our schools now, in our schools today, young kids are learning those things. So it's not...
But there are still 25.
There are so many things.
There are still 25-year-olds that will still be influenced.
There's so many things
let me
to
tell
be
you
worried
something.
about in this country.
I'm not in support of either 18 or less than 18. 16-year-old and 18-year-old, there is no difference. Is it when she's 18 that she will borrow brain that she cannot be influenced? The same thing. So, I don't see any...
Thank you for coming to Japa Chronicles. A lot of things are going on in our country, in Africa generally. We didn't even talk about Aliko Dangote talking about needing 35 visas and the French CEO of Total Energies.
And to travel
There's so much to talk about
Africa,
within Africa.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Whether na EU passport we go still need, like Schengen don't do their own. I don't even know EU, like EU don't do their own. We are so behind.
African countries, I don't agree.
I'm not United. It's the same thing. Now, that's it's a culture thing. Our culture is so behind. Leaders want to be leaders. Fathers want to be fathers. It's the truth.
I don't know
what's the most typical thing about an African culture is people not knowing when to leave the room. Not admitting to say, when has your father ever told you he's wrong? I'm sorry.
Nobody. His pride is anything.
No. I was raised different. I won't do that. And so that's the problem with Africa. And that's why some people are fighting for the roots of Africa. Some people are trying to give up by running away. It's an interesting balance because where you're running away to, when you hear their people talk about their country, you think, this is where we are running to. I was telling my friend the other day, you're running to Canada, You can't read the news. The people in Canada now are running
away from Canada.
I heard that they are leaving in Canada and entering US.
Migration. Is at a high.
People are going from UK to Canada.
Canada are leaving to US. US are leaving to... Leaders are leaving to Thailand and Germany.
And Germany and them. What's the country that's pumping out? Singapore.
Thank you guys for coming to our podcast.
Thank you for listening.